What's up, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we have something very amazing for you guys because you're going to get to know us and you guys have asked us questions. We're not traveling this week. Actually, we're still in Mexico, so we're technically traveling, but we're not going anywhere special. And I think we just want to do an intimate video for you guys, just so you guys get to know us better. And it's always good to just answer your questions for those who are interested. So we went on Instagram and we made a post and you guys submitted some questions. So we're going to go ahead and answer those today. So if you guys are ready, stick around.
Let's see how many we can get through because our baby is taking a nap right now.
And our camera, the battery is very low. So
we'll see.
We're walking the line. So let's go ahead and begin with the first question.
Okay. Well, I feel like the first question, and we get this.
Okay.
We get this every time that we do a Q&A, is how did we meet?
So we basically met on a dating app called Bumble back in the day. And I guess we were both super hesitant. We were just messing around on Bumble. I was messing around. She was messing around. As a girl should. No, I'm just kidding. Too much Tate. No, too much Tate. Andrew Tate.
My story was that like I was kind of the type of person where I was just like super against dating apps. One, I'm not a person that likes to hook up or anything like that, and I just felt like that's what they mainly were for. And also, I just didn't feel the desperation to meet someone in that way that I felt like I needed to go. Not that they're a bad thing, but I just was like, oh, I'd rather meet somebody organically, you know.
Yeah.
But as a joke, my friend kind of got me one night. I think after we had gone out and she was on the app and she had just was like, oh, it's just fun. Like, just do it for fun.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of a joke type thing. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll make one. And I made one. And I swear within that night, like we're from San Francisco or the Bay Area. And within like that night, I swear I went through all of Northern California and just was like, no. I feel like I maybe like swiped on a couple of people and Carlos was one of them. And yeah. I mean, it was just a joke. I don't know. And the way that app worked is I had to start the conversation.
True. Bumble's cool.
Yeah, so Bumble's cool for that reason. But when I first saw Carlos, what do you guys think I thought of him?
Yeah, comment down below.
What do you think?
But yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, I was using it just to meet friends as well.
Just to meet friends, sure.
But that's it, you know. Then it's done now. It's all fantasy. It's all gone. So goodbye, fantasy Carlos. I should have had a fantasy Bumble league. Damn, that'd be fun. Next question.
Cheers. He wants to go through his questions so fast. But no, then we met. We talked for a while before we actually met, right?
Yeah, because I was traveling and you were working. And yeah, we finally met. And yeah, it was very cool. It's very...
I felt a connection with Carlos even through just texting with him, which I don't like. I'm like I said, I think I swiped on a couple of people. Is it left or right? I don't even know.
Oh, it's right. Left.
And I mean, talking to people is like insufferable sometimes. You're just like, they're so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Or they're just like, it's just too cheesy, or it just feels so forced. And like, I was just like, oh, this is the worst. Ew. But with him, it was fun and just super easy from the beginning. And then it was the same when we met in person.
Yeah, it was like an instant connection. So
yeah,
we deleted the app and we had a baby.
We deleted the app.
That's it.
That's it.
Next question.
Let's see.
I'm trying to sell the story to Bumble, so don't get too excited, you guys.
I mean, there's more details to come.
Bumble, hit us up, please.
Okay. Where do we shop? Where do you guys shop?
Well, thanks to the grace of God, I've had a long-term partnership with Proper Cloth and Brooks Brothers, so all my wardrobe is completely Proper Cloth, to be honest with you. Like, all the good stuff. This shirt's Proper Cloth. Actually, these jeans are Sandros, but there's only a little bit. Proper Cloth, Brooks Brothers, and as of recently, H&M, because it's super easy to shop there, and their collection has been amazing. And honestly, being in Puerto Vallarta, that's the only option that I have, because I like to try on my clothes, and that's literally the only store that they have here. They don't even have a Zara. So that's pretty much it for me. But other than that, like Sandro is amazing. And I just can't shop anywhere else because Proper Cloth makes everything made to measure. So that's just where most of my clothing comes from.
And for me, I think some of my favorites are Shauna Joy, Dish, and Other Stories. I feel like a lot of my stuff has been from those three recently. This whole outfit's from And Other Stories. You could see I wear the jeans a lot more than the top.
That's a nice fit. I like it. It's cool.
What else? Reformation.
Shouts out to Reformation.
Although I feel like, yeah, but anyway, those are the ones I feel like recently. Obviously, H&M. I'm not really big on H&M actually. But their recent collection has been a little bit better, especially for the guys. Like their linen collection has been really nice.
Superior.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I feel like I'm forgetting some. I feel like that's like kind of some of the ones I've been wearing.
I don't need to really shop because I've also created a wardrobe for myself. So if you guys are interested in knowing how to build a wardrobe, maybe that could be a different video.
Yeah.
Or just DM me on
Carlos definitely has more of a classic style, but he like puts his own spin on it. So he just needs some few staple pieces and then like certain accessories.
Yeah, and everyone needs those staple pieces. So
Yeah.
I think I make it look easy just because I've already established it. But if you guys are having trouble, go ahead. And this Narcos shirt is amazing. I just got it from Proper Cloth. If you guys want to go pick it up. Next question.
Oh. This one, people have asked us a lot, and I just have never answered it. Are we married?
Oh. Well, here's the thing. COVID happened at the end. It ruined everyone. No.
No, we're not married.
No, we're not married yet. But I think we're trying to... It's so expensive to get married. I feel like if I get into the marriage zone, I think... as much as I like to say that, I don't want a big party, I think at the end of the day, like we like to host and be good host people. We like to host people. So I think at the end of the day, it's probably going to just cost us a lot of money. And at least from what I'm gathering, is that she would like to do more traveling and get more stuff out the way than spend that money on a wedding. So
you guys, I've just never been the type of girl that cares.
Yeah.
Like I just never have. And I know it's not like part of my culture or anything like that. I feel like a lot of girls that I grew up with, all they thought about was getting married and like all of that. And that's never been me ever. Like I've never dreamed about my wedding day or dreamed about being married in a traditional sense. I have always dreamed about having a family though. And you know, that's what Carlos and I have done. And I think that's like the biggest commitment you can make with somebody. I mean, like there's no bigger commitment in the world to bring life into the world and to choose a partner to do that with. And I knew from very early on with Carlos that I wanted him to be the father of my children.
Oh,
yeah.
I did it, mission accomplished. No, yeah, but I think that's superior to a wedding or just, I mean, you know, like my boy Andrew Tate says, we don't need the government involved in our relationship, you know? So
yeah,
it's all good.
I understand why some people it's important for them, but it's just never been important for me, and it doesn't seem important to Carlos. And not to say that I wouldn't want to one day or that he wouldn't want to one day. I think maybe when Sebe is a little bit older, our son,
that's the plan.
We would like for him to maybe be part of it, you know, and I think that would be really fun for him to see. And
yeah, I think that's the thing we're waiting for, probably, just so he can be part of it and not just be a little baby, not knowing what's happening, but him be a part of it. He has a really good personality, so I can imagine. And I want him like in a decked out suit too, so he's too small for that right now. So we'll do that for a later time.
Yeah.
How old are we? Listen,
did you see that one? Oh my God, you're skipping so many.
The reason why I don't like to answer that question, honestly, is because people usually only ask that to compare themselves to where you are. And so for me, it's like, it doesn't make sense to like say that, because a lot of times it's like, oh, this guy's this age, this person this age, they're doing this or doing this. And I feel like it is to compare yourself. But at the end of the day,
Listen,
I wasn't born, I was hatched. Okay?
I wasn't born, I was hatched. Listen, we just did a Q&A actually before this because we didn't think this was what our video was going to be like this week. And we had people guess our ages. And I just want to say, like, thank you so much.
And honestly, dude, for me, it's not even important because I love to age. Like, when I was younger,
It's different for guys.
I was dreaming of being 50 years old. And I just think you're just getting better and better and better. So to me, do I need to share my age? No. Is it important? I don't really care if you guys care to know. Just figure it out, I guess, if you guys really want to. But
just do the math.
Do the math, I guess. It's not really important to me.
But still, I was so flattered by the majority of the responses. I was like, oh my God, you guys think we're in our early 20s? Like, what the fuck? I love you.
The baby's
okay,
up,
our
guys.
baby's up.
Hold on.
Pause.
All right, guys, we're back for a short time, not a long time, because our baby's here. He's not on camera, but he's literally looking at us right now like a security guard. So we might get escorted out. So let's go ahead and start this next question.
Okay. Let's see. Can you share some of your best tips to anyone who wants to move to Mexico?
First off, I think the first tip is, now that we've been living here for a couple of months, is know where in Mexico you want to live and know exactly what that city has to offer for you. Because there's certain things that I didn't know that Puerto Vallarta didn't have. For example, retail stores. So, I think it's just like you're going to learn regardless, especially coming from America where you have everything at your disposal, you have access to everything. Just
like
make sure
the level of consumerism I didn't realize I had in me,
honestly.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we're just so used to being able to order something and get it next day, or like just whatever. I mean, it's just not, there are certain places. I feel like Mexico City is probably like you can get that.
Like whatever you want, yeah.
And I think that's the thing too, is like, think about, just because you like to vacation somewhere doesn't mean that you're going to want to live there. Like, there are just things you don't always think about. I do think the best tip I can give too is that, and I think we mentioned this in one of our previous videos, but whatever timeline you have to get established, to get settled, double it, triple it, whatever you need to do, because the time, like getting things done here is different than in the States.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And I guess what you could do is just, if you're going to vacation here or like try to stay here for a little bit longer period of time, like a month or something, to see exactly what goes on in the city you think you might want to live in, just do what you do on your daily life or what you think you want to do every day.
But the thing that was more challenging for us, it wasn't even that. Like, if we had just come here to stay for a month, I don't think we would have fully got a picture of like the things that we had trouble with. Yeah. Because most of the things we had trouble with was literally like getting our apartment, getting furniture for our apartment, you know, like things like that. It just took a lot longer than we expected. And so you have to kind of just think about that. At the end of the
day, I think there's always going to be challenges.
Yeah.
Like even if you move from state to state in the United States, I think the important part is just always have in the back of your mind why you're moving, what the reason, your why as to why you're moving. That's it. Yeah. Your why. Everyone says that. All right, next question.
Okay. I feel like it's so fast to get through these. Okay. Let's see. My phone just to go back into Instagram.
He's just playing with my watches, so if there's any little cat noises, it's not a cat. We don't like cats. You know why? Because if you were to pass away, a cat will eat you. A dog will stand by you and starve to death. That's
Depends,
what Andrew Tate says.
Not whiskey. Whiskey will eat your ass.
Yeah, she would.
She would.
Pause. Pause.
Okay. Let's see. Next. ¿Hablas español?
Sí, claro que sí. Bastante.
Sí, claro que sí.
That shouldn't be a question. That should already be.
He does. I don't. I'm learning. I understand more than I can speak. I really can't speak anything at all. I'm terrible. But I need to try harder.
Seba speaks Iguana.
Seba speaks both. Very, very well. Well, he understands both.
All right, let's go to the top.
Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, this is a good one. Do you read? And if you do, what kind of books do you like for both of us?
I go first because it's going to be an easy answer. No, not really. I mean, my educational background isn't one of very collegiate, academic oriented. It was more of just scamming your way through school. So, do I know how to read? Yes. Do I read? No.
Are you illiterate?
Yeah. But I do like to listen to more of like motivational speeches. I do like to, I guess, listen to like Earl Nightingale. I would definitely read The Secret. I would definitely listen to The Secret. If anything, it's more of like, you know, Zig Ziglar, all like tapes, audio books for me personally. But sitting down and reading, I've done it a few times, but I can't tell you off the top.
I do like to read. I feel like in recent years I haven't read as often as I used to, but I am reading. I'm reading a book actually right now. I feel like a lot of the genre that I read is a lot that would be under self-help.
Yeah.
I guess because I like to read those books just to keep me on top. But I like nonfiction, fiction. I like memoirs. I like everything. I like philosophy. A lot of books relating to philosophy or human behavior. Right now I'm reading a book called The Mountain Is You, and I think it's really good for me to personally read because I think so much of my life I haven't done things I really want to do because I just don't think I'm good enough, or I don't think, like, I don't know. I think Carlos has helped me a lot to overcome a lot of those thoughts that I have and like perfectionism and all these other things. But the book is really good for somebody who just needs a reminder about all of that stuff, because I feel like these type of books, a lot of times it's stuff you've already, especially if you read them, it's stuff that you already know, but it's good reminders, and it's good for me right now for sure. And basically it's just about like self-sabotage and like overcoming that. Sebe, what's wrong, baby? Did you throw the watch?
Next question.
He threw the watch.
Oh shit!
Whoops! We spilled some Starbucks. The house is a mess. Luckily, it's like not like
all right.
Luckily, it's like coffee color.
That's true.
Okay. Okay. Next.
Smells good though. Jeez, I want another coffee.
Okay. What camera do we use for filming and pictures, and what editing software do we use?
We use a Canon 6D Mark II. We use a 24 to 70 millimeter 2.8 lens and a 35 millimeter 1.8. And our software editing is Lightroom and Premiere Pro, and that's all we use. There are some apps that I like to use that we use. One is Spark app, which is a gem. The other one is Film, Filmm. Then there's obviously Visco, and I think between those things, and Retouch as well, are basically our equipment.
Yeah, for our like static posts or for the photos that you guys see, we have a preset that we created in Lightroom. That we use for the base of every photo, and then we make adjustments from there. I usually will use that preset, and then I'll do some final adjustments on Visco when it's actually on my phone. Yeah, and then for stories and things like that, I just use Visco. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
We do want to upgrade though our camera. And if you guys have recommendations, let us know for sure. But yeah, we're not actually that happy with the camera for video purposes. All right. How do you select the color, theme, style, and edit your photos? So if you're talking about for Twice the Mood, so also one question that we also got in here is it a couples page? Like, are we both? I think there's probably is confusion about that. And yeah, it's a couples page. I just run it. So it's mostly me. Sometimes Carlos will pop in there and he will be posting things, or you'll see him on stories that he posted himself. But for the most of the time, it's me running that page. And so who you're hearing is me. It's my voice.
If you guys want to know,
And
if you guys want more of me, just let us know in the comment section, or let us know. Say,
Yeah.
hey, postcard more.
Yeah, if you want more of him, for sure. But as far as like the feed goes and like how I choose color and whatnot, like honestly, I don't care so much about that. I think about more of the individual photo.
Yeah.
There's a general theme, and the general theme of the page is more of a vintage vibe. We definitely have like more muted color tone, I guess. I just feel like everything you see on Instagram right now is the same. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like every person is from Europe and everyone has the clean, minimal look on their feed, and I love that, don't get me wrong, but it's just
It's everywhere.
It's just everywhere. It's all the same. And I'm just like, I don't care so much about that. I care more about the individual photo and what it looks like. And just like, there's just like some general themes that we go by, but it's just, I guess, based off of like whatever style you end up having.
And a lot of the focus that we have is more of like a combination of like realism and fantasy. And I think that that's just something that we have fun trying to capture, and it challenges us to like level up and find that in everything in the everyday world, because I think that is the fun part about being creative, is like taking selecting a location that is just beautiful by itself, but then also just adding the elements of like fantasy to it, and you know, a little bit of an exaggeration. So I think it's just kind of fun, and you know, being creative like that is what we aim to do.
Yeah, that's what it's about for us, for sure. Yeah. I guess if you have any specific questions, let us know. We are going to work on getting a preset package out for you guys, because that's probably the number one question we get, is how we edit. And I want to share it with you guys. So hopefully we'll have that soon.
Also, if this camera dies, we might just switch to iPhone. So if the quality of the audio just goes down, just bear with us. We have a baby.
Yeah, actually, I think
we have one baby crying. We don't need more babies crying. What else?
Let's see what else we have.
Any good question?
Any good question?
Questions are boring. You guys are just kidding. Good questions. Thank you guys for submitting your questions. Honestly, we're flattered and humbled that you guys want to know more about us.
After you just talk shit. These are boring questions.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, my throat. We get this question a lot too, is when are we having our second baby?
Oh, man, no. You guys are pressing my buttons.
Yeah.
It's still hard to tell right now. The baby's so little. He's going through the stages that everyone is frantic about. Like it's a scary stage for both of us. We're learning a lot about ourselves, patience, different type of patience, different attitudes the baby's given us. He's not just a little baby anymore that we can cradle and hold. He wants to be crazy and wild. So it's it's a little bit challenging right now, because we want to give our full dedication and time to our baby, and we don't feel the need to have another one yet. So
this is actually why we moved. We moved because we wanted to be able to both give our time and attention to him. Before we actually moved, I was working full-time in a corporate job, and I was going to work at 8 a.m. I wasn't coming home until 5. I had 2 hours or so with him. Luckily, because of what Carlos was doing before me, he was home during the day with him. So,
holding down the fort, unlike this kid.
Oh my God. Baby. Oh. Okay, anyway, that's where we're, bye.